Welcome everyone in this new video, live development about building an auto chess game. In this video we're going to make it so we can actually create games, join games and quit them. We have to build some kind of logic to destroy the sessions of players when they disconnect, and we also have to remove their player entries when they click return like this. Because we have no way to, because we need to handle that in order to make it so people can leave and join and it continues working. Because if we don't destroy their sessions properly, they are not going to be able to find games and to join new games or to create new games. So we have to take care of this, and I think we're going to take care of this in the player states, the parent class, because we want to handle this connection wherever we are, whether it be in out game or in game. So we need a new variable which is going to be traveling. This is going to be true if we know that player state is supposed to die because it is traveling. What I mean by die is that when we switch maps, or when we leave the game, our player state is destroyed, or at least I think it is. We're going to check. We're going to check real quick, and when if this is being destroyed because its player controller has left, it means the player has left. And when we switch map, all players leave. So when we switch maps, we should not do anything regarding disconnection or destroying session. But if a player controller leaves when it's not switching maps, it means he quit the application one way or another. So we need to find out if that player state is being destroyed on end play. When we do some kind of it is destroyed. When we leave a map, we need to know if this is called. So if we create a game, it is destroyed, we have 4 player state being destroyed, and that's the correct number because we had 2 player states here and 2 player states there. So this was the proper amount, and we should have only one print when we click. Yep. So because we had only one player state, so this is properly being called. So if we are traveling, we're going to print once more. We're going to say current feature. We're going to say if we are traveling, normal destruction. And I think we have also switch on end play reason. I think we have level. I think we might be only using this. I'm not sure. If we are in level transition, we'll say normal destruction. If we are destroyed or removed from world, or if we quit, we're going to say bad destruction. So I think we're going to have. So if I create a game, bad destruction, normal destruction, so he was disconnected, so it was a bad destruction, and this was a normal destruction because he hosted a new game. We want to find games. That's quite interesting actually. So bad destruction because we joined the game, but that's it should have been a normal destruction, I think. And we're going to press that, and we're going to say that we have only 1 second to wait when we press ready. Bad destruction, and we only add 1 of them, and another one, and 2 normal destruction. So that's quite strange, so I think we cannot rely on this. I think we can't rely on that, so we're going to make it this way for now. Traveling, so we are only going to have bad destruction for now, and we're just going to say that we only have a few seconds, 1 second to wait when we set ready like this. So out game state, start game, on player ready. We actually want to tell our player state that it's going to be traveling. So I think in the outgame player state we have something. Okay, we built the logic in the multiplayer lobby, the countdown logic. Countdown, on countdown over, we are getting our player controller. and we are removing this. I think we also want to grab our player state, cast it into our outgame player state, and we want to say it's gonna travel. Set traveling to true, like this. And if we hit play, we're going to have 4 bad destruction, like we planned. Bad destruction once more. We're going to set ready. Game starts. Bad destruction. Oh, we add 1 bad destruction. We shouldn't. And we have 2. That's quite strange, actually. I think that's because it happens exactly on the same time. So we need to check where we want our out game state, and when the start game we want to check where we are calling this. We want to add like +1 to the countdown duration to really see if it works or not. So we join, we set ready. Oh, we still have a bad destruction. That's quite strange, actually. We should have like 2 of them saying yes. So I wonder why we don't. Bad destruction, yeah. Server true, client true, but we have bad destruction. We are indeed traveling. Outgame player states we are indeed traveling. So we have 2 true popping up, but it still says it's like there were 3 player states. It shouldn't read bad oh, okay, I know why. Because the server, yeah, it's obvious. Because the server doesn't know that player state is traveling. It doesn't know the client player state is traveling. So when we set traveling, we should be setting it like everywhere on each player state. So, and we only set it on our own player state. I wonder how we can do this. I'm gonna try again using the end play reason, but only pinging the right one. So bad destruction, good destruction if we level transit, and bad transition if we quit, for instance. If I create game, we have normal destruction. That may sound correct. And we are setting ready. And we receive nothing. We shouldn't receive anything. We cannot check Alt F4. We cannot check for hard exit. We're going to try that. and remove traveling for now. So where were we using this here? Let's remove this. So if it's our own player state which says that, so if we are local, is local player state, we want to get the game instance. So if we are indeed local, we want to get the game instance and call leave session, which we want to create. Custom event leave session, leave game, like this, and we're going to print current feature leave game success, leave game fail, like this, and we want to be calling this in here, cast into our type of game instance, and then we want to leave the game get player controller 0. So that's what we want to do. We want to hit play. We won't be able to check if it works. Well, actually, yes, we can. We can check. One thing is that if we don't get disconnected, if we are still in the same party, in the same game, it means, yeah, we are still in the same game because we see the unit moving because it has replicated movement. So how do we check this? I think we need to create the logic to quit the multiplayer lobby to properly see that working. So let's open up our multiplayer lobby. When we press if and when we press return, we are right now we are only hiding the button. So we want to set player ready to false. In here we receive that. So we don't want to do anything, I guess, regarding this. We'll be doing this in another place. We want to grab our game instance and we want to cast that into a game instance, and we want to be leaving the game like this. It should be disconnecting the client if we do this, I think. So we need to leave, and I want to return leave game success, but I'm still there. I'm still there, so we shouldn't. Oh, we might be still there because when we leave game, I think we need to say that we are no longer in multiplayer. So if we create game, return, create, does it work? Can we join the game, and do we even find it? So if I'm ready, it's getting ready. Yeah, I don't want to start the game. Okay. Maybe there's going to be a bug since I disabled the checkbox at the last time. Yeah, there is a bug. I suspected there will be one while I was thinking about this. So we want to create a game. We want to find a game. We want to join, and then we want to leave here, but it doesn't reset this, and it should be. So when we click return, we grab the game instance and we say we want to leave the game. And it's actually being called because we received this. But it doesn't destroy the session for the other player. The other player should be disconnecting one way or another. I just want to check something real quick. In the project settings, map and mods, game default map, we're going to put the in-game map in here just for the sake of testing. So if we create, oh yeah, it got kicked, so it's gonna be, yeah, it's gonna be in the, we want the dev map. Oh, we can test that way, it means, because it's going to be sent back to the dev map, and I want it to be sent back to the in-game map, but when I quit, not the first time I create the session. So it doesn't seem to be working. The way we could test if it's working will be to leave with the client and try to refine the game. So if you return leave game success, can we find them once more? So it doesn't remove the entry because we didn't build the logic to do that. So it's working on the client side, but not on the server side. When that guy leaves, it doesn't work. If we return and if we try to find game, does it find the game? No, it doesn't. So it works as well, it just doesn't kick the client. So I guess it kicks the clients, but we're not seeing it on the screen. So if we hit return, we don't have any prints regarding the player state dying. That's quite strange. No, that's because they die for a proper reason. But we're still there, and I wonder why we're still here. We should be sent back to... Okay, I know, I think I know, because when the host leaves, we don't tell the clients to not be in multiplayer anymore. So maybe we have some kind of event shutdown opportunity for blueprints to handle the game instance being shut down, travel error, network error. I think we want both of them. Travel error, and we want to print something here. Network error and travel error. Want to see when and if it prints. Network error, it got disconnected. We want to find game. We want to go there, and we want to see client 1 network error one way or another, and we don't. So it's not being called, so client is not kicked when we do this, and I wonder why client is not kicked. Destroy a session previously created by the online default subsystem. Oh, maybe we need to open level without any... Maybe if we do this, it's going to work right away. If we create the game, find the game, network error. So I think it's working. We just have to tell the game that we are no longer in multiplayer if we have a network error. We're going to use that one. So if we create a game, join it. So we're there, and we're being sent back here. Can we create a game once more and find it once more? Oh, we can't join it because we didn't destroy the client session, I think. If there's a network error, I think we want to destroy our own session. Can we get the player controller here? Yeah, we can. I think that's what we want to do. That's actually, I think, we want to be calling leave game, I think. If there's a network error. Like this. So we create a game, we join it. Leave game failed because we weren't in the game actually. We joined, we quit. Leave game fail. Because maybe we've been calling the event twice. Yeah, now we can, so we had to do this. Can we do it once more? Can we find the game? We created it, we're going to refresh. We're going to join it, okay, it's working fine. And if we quit ourselves, okay, sounds correct. And I think we don't even need, maybe we don't need that. It's being called twice. When we because our player state is being destroyed, so we're there. Okay, so now we have to call it. Okay. So we have some kind of logic going on there, which is working, but we need to remove the player entries now. So when a player state dies, oh, I froze. When a player state dies on end play, we don't have anything there. Yeah, because we had something in the parent class. So on end play, we're going to move this into a function named check for left game. Check for hard resets. I don't know how to call this. Handle disconnection. I don't know how disconnection is spelled. Disconnected. Handle disconnected player. Is there 2N as well? Oh my gosh. Disconnected, there is 2 N's. Okay, so handle disconnected player, and in the outgame player states, we want to be calling this event end play. Find reference. No, we want to add call to parent function to call the proper stuff in here, and we want to tell our game state, I guess, that the player left. So we're gonna have one more event on player left, like this, and we're going to be calling this on end play of the outgame player state. We want to grab the player state. We want to say on player left, and on player left is not going to have a ready status there. We're going to unplug this. We're going to hit compile and compile there as well. So we want to stop start countdown in case we were actually doing this. And we also want to get our multiplayer lobby. And we want to open up the multiplayer lobby because we want to build the logic destroying the entry. So entries on player connects on player left. We want to remove all of this for now, not for now at all. Like this on player left. we want to find its row, we want to break that, and we want to remove from parent the widget entry it had. Current countdown, we also want to remove that player from there, but first maybe we want to do some other stuff. We want to stop countdown in case we were I think when we call this, yeah, we're already calling this, so we're fine. So we want to remove that player from the pool, and maybe that's all. We'll see how it goes. So we're removing this. On player left, we want to stop, and we want to remove, we want to on player left like this, and we'll see how it goes. If we create, we find, we go there, then we leave. It's removing the entry. We're gonna find once more, like this, and then we're going to return. Nothing should happen more. I think it's working fine, except it's not finding any games. It is okay, so I'm ready. Is ready. Game starts. So game is starting, okay, and we have tons of errors. I think that's because we are calling this whereas the game is starting. And we destroyed it, so we have to check if it's valid here, because we removed it from the viewport of the player, if you remember. So what other errors we had? Stop start countdown. Stop start countdown. Okay, we're going to do this way. If we still have our multiplayer lobby, we're going to remove everything there. So we're fine with this, I think. We're going to check once more, create, find. We're going to go there and we're going to be ready. Like this, okay. So it's working on that side, and we just want to fix the ready issue. So I think in our game states, when countdown start game, so it's called after, so this is called plus 1 second after. So the host is actually starting its countdown, and it's saying on countdown over, and I think we need to do some kind of, if I'm the server, I can no longer unready, we can no longer unready, or maybe we can do something easier. We will need to grab our own player there. We'll need to find the entries and to tell her it can no longer, we can no longer uncheck. I think if we do something like get player states, get player name, find, we want to grab . we want to grab that. Oh well, actually we are, in any case we are removing everything here, so it makes no sense, because I think the bug comes from if I uncheck the little box when it says game starts in 0. I think I'm going to do it the other way. Oh yeah, they were both true at some point, because it didn't receive the notification that I unchecked at the time. Yeah, so I think if we unplug this, we're never going to have any bugs regarding this, and we can take care of that at some other point. So is it destroying? No, it's not. I unchecked and it didn't start. Okay, if I uncheck at the last time, it doesn't do anything. I think what we want to do here was get the player state, the last thing I was doing. We want to do this, we want to grab the players, find, we want to get the player name, like this. We want to get the widget entry, we want to get the checkbox, we want to set enabled to false when the countdown is over, like this. And I think we won't be able to break it anymore. Let's see. So I unchecked it at the last time and I cannot check it anymore. So I guess it didn't work the way I wanted to. Get out game menu ref. Oh, because we're removing it elsewhere. Remove from parents. The player did not leave, I think, so I guess it didn't. It's not. Well, it's the only other place where we do remove from parents. But we failed to access out game menu ref. Launch start countdown. That's a really strange error. So we are ready, we are not ready, and we are no longer ready. Okay, so that's actually because I closed what I wanted to open, what I wanted to have. So when the countdown is over, we are telling our controller but it doesn't start the game for some reason. Oh yeah. Yeah, I know why. Because in here we are receiving that event, which removes the fact that we can start the game, because it stops the countdown. So when the countdown is over, if we are the server authority, we can check authority here, because we're in the widget, I think. But I think we can check if we are the server. If we are the server, we're gonna find the game states, we're gonna cast to out game states, and we're gonna say can't cancel can't cancel countdown. Promoting this to a variable. B can't cancel countdown. Actually, yeah, and we're going to check for not. So if we can cancel the countdown, we're going to cancel it. But we're not being able to cancel it the other way around. So we're gonna create, we're gonna find. We're gonna join. We're gonna uncheck at the last time. And it's starting the game. But it was behaving strangely. I'm just going to reduce the windows real quick to see both screens at a time. So if I check and uncheck, it doesn't. Okay, so it received the information that it had to remove the stuff here. So I think we need to. So the outgame state on player ready, we have to make it so we can't modify this. We can only modify this if we can cancel the countdown. So we're not going to check it in here. Can modify ready status, we're gonna call it. And we are actually going to call this everywhere, not just on the server. So we're redoing this when the countdown is over. On countdown over, we are checking this, so we're gonna remove this, and nobody is gonna be able to modify the ready status here. That's quite strange that we can modify the ready status while we say the checkbox cannot be unchecked. So if we say we are and then we are no longer, we still have this, and I think it's removing the player entry because of the disconnection from the player state. So that's kind of a problem, but I think it won't matter. I think it won't matter for now, because that video is already long enough and we fixed some of the stuff we wanted to fix regarding leaving the session. So it's going to wrap up that video. Hope you guys enjoyed it and hope to see you in the next one. Bye bye.